we see here a balance, a double piece of shelf standard. There's a balance stand here, and I'll try to show you at the end when everything falls apart. A knife edge fit in between two pieces of wood, and the balance is balanced on on that knife edge. There's a brass cylinder over on this side hanging down into a styrofoam cup full of water. Now, I've balanced the system by putting a washer here and a coin here. I could have used paper clips at various points, but I just adjusted weights until the balance was pretty much horizontal. I can place the line level in the middle of the balance here and determine when the balance actually reaches level. I can also set up a meter stick at either end, a ruler, any kind of measuring device to measure the position of the end of the balance. And as the position changes, that's going to allow me to determine things about the weights that are on the balance. Now let me just show you that the balance is pretty sensitive. If I add a small piece of paper, let's add it to this end of the balance, you might be able to see the balance moving. I can see it. I'm not sure it's going to show up. If I had a piece of paper this size, still a pretty small mass, and if it manages to stay on the end, seem to be balance challenged today, you can see a profound difference in the level of the balance. Take the paper off, the balance will return to its previous position. It will, of course, oscillate back and forth a little bit. If I add water to the cup, what's going to happen? Remember, the brass rod is in the cup. Well, here I go. I add water to the cup. And what happens? It looks like the level of the balance is again changing. And we might want to explain why that happens. I can, of course, support weights from one end or the other of this balance. And using the mass set, I can accurately weigh things. Now, let me just show you how the balance goes together. This thing needs to hang freely. The brass rod needs to hang freely. The stand has a space in between where the balance can go. And this is a fairly dull knife edge. It's also fairly rusty, and it's not something that you want to stick into yourself, so treat it with care. It's sharp enough to cut you, but only if you're careless with it. Don't leave it around kids. Take good care of it, but it goes here, and the balance has a little groove here. You can probably see that, but let me move up closer. Okay, can you see that groove? And the knife edge fits right up into the center of that groove on both sides. Okay?